Welcome to Real Judaism with Rabbi Akiva. Unfiltered wisdom for Jewish life.
Okay, we are continuing here in Perek Hey. Hinei, Yetzer Hara be'emes chazaku ba'adam ma'od. Mibli yediaso shel ha'adam hoilechu mitgaber bo v'sholos alav. The Ramchal here says two aspects of the Yetzer Hara. First of all, the Yetzer Hara is incredibly strong. Chazal tell us that he's so strong that if it wouldn't be that Hashem would help us, there was no way to be able to beat the Yetzer Hara. And the truth of the matter is that the Gemara actually brings, at the end of Kiddushin, the Gemara brings maisim of the Yetzer Hara when the Yetzer Hara got a hold of certain Tanoim. Amongst them were Rabbi Akiva and Meir. And the Yetzer Hara got a hold of them to the point where they were very, very close to being over an aveira, a serious aveira. And then the Yetzer Hara let go of them. And the Gemara says, it's only because in Shamayim, they said, be careful of Rabbi Akiva and his Torah. Be careful of Meir and his Torah. That's why the Yetzer Hara let go. The Yetzer Hara nobody can beat the Yetzer Hara on their own. And that's what the Gemara over there talks about, situations where people would make fun of the Yetzer Hara. They'd make fun of the Yetzer Hara to like, oh, you're not going to get me. You're not going to get me. No way. There's no way. We're talking about big people. We're talking about great people. Right? Tanoim. And no way the Yetzer Hara is going to get me. And once you do that, you're megareah the Yetzer Hara. You get him going. Oh boy, even if you're a Tana, you're in trouble. Kol shekain us. The Yetzer Hara is incredibly strong. We cannot beat the Yetzer Hara, but don't worry, Hashem's with us. And Hashem is with us. He's not letting us go. He's with us. He's giving us the strength to overcome the Yetzer Hara. But there's another part over here, and that is that without you realizing, he sneaks in. He sneaks in. He does a little bit at a time. So not just he's incredibly strong, he's also incredibly sneaky. He gets in there. And once he's in there, you don't even realize that, oh boy, now you're stuck. How did I get into this situation? How did this happen? Right? There's so many times you talk to a guy and he's in such a terrible situation. How did this start? How did you get there? Right? And you go back in time, and a little bit at a time. I was talking to a guy who was dating somebody very seriously, and I said, yeah, of course you're being shomer negiah, right? You're not touching each other. He says, of course we're being shomer negiah, except we're holding hands. Okay, obviously that means you're not being shomer negiah, right? Obviously. Yeah, but my therapist said it was okay. Like, well, your therapist doesn't know what he's talking about. I don't know, maybe in other things, yes, but in this he doesn't know what he's talking about. That's what do you mean? It's such a small thing. It's such a, like, it's such a big deal? Yes, it's such a big deal. Not only is it a terrible aveira, but this is going to ruin your life. It's ruining things now already. You don't even realize, but it's ruining things now, and for sure it's going to ruin your future. The Yetzer Hara doesn't care. The Yetzer Hara doesn't care about your future at all. In fact, he doesn't even care about your present. The only reason why he gives you a little bit of pleasure by doing an aveira is just to get you to do the aveira. But really, he doesn't even want to give you that. Which is why in certain situations, not going into it right now, person will do aveira even without getting any pleasure. Without any pleasure at all. And they're going to do... That's a type of thing like that, right? It's a gilanoshe. Lashon Hara, the Chofetz Chaim talks about it, that you're not getting physical on from Lashon Hara, right? But the Yetzer Hara really, he doesn't even want to give you pleasure. He just does. He gives you a little bit of candy in order to get you to do the aveira. Because he's sneaky like that. He's very, very sneaky. If you try all the other things in the world, I've got this idea and that idea, how to be a good person, how to be an upstanding individual, mechubad, yeah? I'm a dignified person. I do good things in the world. You don't take the Torah. You don't use the Torah, which is the key to beating the Yetzer Hara. Kamosha Kasafti, like you said before, lo yeda v'lo yargish, you won't even realize it. You won't feel it. Be it God with chalyo, as the sickness that the Yetzer Hara injects us with gets worse and worse. Only when he's done at the end of his life and he realized, what have I done? What have I created? And his neshama is lost already. It only realizes when it's too late. It's unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. People look back in their lives and they, what have I done? What have I done? You can imagine people like the founders of Reform, conservative, maybe even they themselves were shomer Torah mitzvahs. Maybe they themselves were. But Lamaisa, you look back at the end of their life and they see, because of their movement, people stopped keeping Torah mitzvahs completely. And you imagine them looking back at their life, are they proud of that? Wow, look what I've created. Because I let my Yetzer Hara get control over me. Because I thought I was smarter. I thought I knew more than the Torah. I thought I knew better than the Torah. And it's so sad. Let's get it right first. Let's get it right before this happens. So that a person can look back on his life and be proud. It's a very, you see, as they say, the Mishnah says, I think it's Rabbi Lazar HaKofer, Omer, Kina taiva v'kavod metziin et ha'adam in oilam. They say kina is when you're young. There's a lot of kina amongst children. Taiva is when you get a little bit older. You get more into taiva, and you get even older than that. When you're much older, it's all about kavod. It's all about kavod. What legacy am I leaving over? What am I leaving over in this world? Are they going to remember me in this world? Are they going to remember me? And what are they going to remember me for? What am I leaving over in this world? Am I going to have that kavod? Imagine people looking back and they've created destruction. That's what the big legacy left over. I created a world of destruction. Best time right now, before we get older. Before that, well, we still can. And even those who are older already, do tshuva now. Get back into good things. Okay? That's the Hashem.
Thank you for joining Real Judaism, where we explore Torah's wisdom for real life. Created by J Foundations and produced by Eli Podcast Productions. Find more episodes at realjudaism.org and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.